I promise I'm wearing a shirt. It just keeps sliding down. So if I get below the camera, it kind of looks like I'm naked. I'm not, okay? I'm in my pajama pants and a bandeau. What are they called? A bandeau? Hey everyone, it's Maddie here, and I am doing a quick introduction to this little vlog. It is Friday evening, and I decided to pick up the camera and film a 48-hour reading vlog. And I'm gonna kind of cheat because I'm starting on Friday night, and I'm gonna read until Sunday night. So is that 48 hours? Yeah, that's pretty much 48 hours, a little over, but that's okay, all right? And I picked a new book that came out in June called Daughter of Sparta. And this is a beautiful cover by Claire Andrews. It came out, I believe, June 8th of 2021, so just last month. I thought that it would be kind of interesting for you guys to tag along with me throughout my weekend. So I'm not even sure if I'll finish this book. I hope that I do. I still will do a review at the end. So if you're looking just for the book review, skip to the timestamp that says outro or something so you can see the review and my final star rating on this book. The rest of the vlog will kind of be filled with what I do during the weekend. I've mentioned this before, but I am a business owner. This Saturday, we actually have a big event at my gym. It's called the Party in the Gym, so I will be pretty occupied with that all of Saturday, which is from 10 to 4. I think I can finish this book. It's only 300 some pages, but I figured you could tag along with me on my weekend, kind of see what I do. Really quick, let's get into the summary of Daughter of Sparta. It is about a girl named Daphne who has been raised her whole life in Sparta as a warrior. So she is given the task to basically save the world. Of course, a 17-year-old girl is again asked to save a nation, basically. So her goal is to, I believe, find 9 items that Olympus has lost. And if she doesn't find these 9 items, then all the gods lose their power. So, of course, a teenager is given this big task. I think it's just gonna be a good journey, a cool adventure. This is the first book in a series. So I think the next book comes out in 2022, 2023, I'm not quite sure, I can't remember, but I'm excited to read it. I hope you stick around to kind of get a view of what my daily life is like, or my weekend life. My daily life's a little different, but my weekend life, it's pretty chill, and Dobie cannot stop pacing around. With that, let's get into the vlog. It is a few hours later. I have showered. I also had a client at the gym. It's been a long day, specifically a long afternoon, but Friday night, I'm partying. Why did I say that? I'm not partying, okay? Friday night, I got my book. I'm gonna read. This is how I'd rather spend my Friday nights. So I'm going to start Daughter of Sparta right now. And I'm not gonna lie, I looked at the first page and there were like 5 names I couldn't pronounce. So I'm gonna pull up Google Translate and listen to how the names are pronounced so I don't butcher them when I do recaps. Oh, here comes Dobie. Dobie and I are just gonna have so much fun, right? I'll come back in just a little bit. All right. Oh, he's a nut job. No, let me see his face. Hey, baby. Okay, I'm about 11 pages in, and I just wanted to come on really quick. I've used Google Translate probably 6 times. I already kind of really like it, and I'll give you a reason why I like it. I am a sucker for a strong female character, and I can already tell how strong Daphne is as a person, and she is set in her ways. She's very stubborn. She's a strong warrior. Also, kind of a heads up, I think I'll give away some spoilers in this video, so if you are wanting to read this, I'll give you a little heads up before I am about to say a spoiler. But no spoilers yet, there's really nothing that's happened, but we're just hanging out. I'm about to go downstairs and eat dinner. It's kind of a late dinner, actually. It's 7:30, but anyway, I'll be right back up after I eat to read some more. I just kind of wanted to get my foot in the door with some of the names because a lot of the names are they're not hard to pronounce, but they are Greek, very Greek. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I made some paschetti and adobe. And Mountain Dew came out with this zero sugar Baja Blast. And not gonna lie, it's not that good, but I'm gonna drink it anyway. And while I eat this, I'm currently listening to Vengeful because I just finished Vicious by V.E. Schwab. So I'm listening to the second book right now. And usually I don't like reading 2 books at once, but since I'm listening to Vengeful, I'm okay with it. I'd rather listen to a book and then read another. So I'm reading Daughter of Sparta and I'm gonna listen to this book, but I'm gonna enjoy my dinner. Okay, I'm waiting for Dobie to go to the bathroom and it is 8:30, so I'm gonna head upstairs soon. Brock and I go to bed like old people, so we're gonna go to bed soon, but I'm gonna read for probably like another hour and then I will update you guys in the morning because tomorrow, I said this in the intro of the video, but we have a big event at our gym tomorrow, so it's gonna be a really busy day. I just spent like the past 30 minutes just meal prepping and packing our snacks and our lunch for tomorrow. Oh, look at Dobie's butt. The event at our gym is called Party in the Gym. It's just when we have a free open gym every few months and a lot of vendors and like booths and tables set up with free samples and everything. So it's a busy day. I'm gonna try and get as much reading done tomorrow as I can. I will do it probably in the morning. I think I'm waking up with Brock at like 5:30. We're gonna go work out at our gym, come home, shower, then go back to the gym for the event at 10. Probably won't read during the event. So I think this is it for tonight. I will peep back in with you guys tomorrow for an update, but that is it right now. Let's go. Oh, so floppy. So floppy boy. We got a long day ahead of us. God, it's so early. We're on our way to the gym. Gotta get in an early workout. And the lights went off. Okay, I'm at home, I'm showered. I did read a little bit more on the Stairmaster, and I think in the next clip I'll do a little recap of where I'm at, so there will be a few spoilers, but I'm about to go back to the gym. It's, oh shoot, I don't even have my watch. Hold on. It is 8:40, so already been a long morning, but I'm gonna go back to the gym, and I'm there all day long, so maybe I will have an hour or two, or like 30 minutes to just read a chapter. So, Party in the Gym, we kind of stole the Dare thing to promote gains and caffeine. Kind of cute, right? Yep. Okay, I will do a quick little recap on what I've read so far. I'm sitting outside the gym. I'm about to go in, but there's loud music in there and I don't want to get copyrighted. So I'm not that far into it. I'm only like 6 chapters in, but I'll tell you a little bit about it right now. So skip ahead if you don't want any spoilers. Daphne, the main character, she is an orphan. She has 2 other brothers who are also orphans. Their parents died when they were really young and they were given to this political family. So a family that is very political in Sparta. They have very high positions. They're still known as orphans though. They aren't treated very equal compared to the other people in Sparta. The first chapter kicks off right at this festival. I can't pronounce it. If I had the book in front of me, I could pronounce it, but it's in my backpack right now. The book kicks off at this festival that happens once a year, and it is basically a fun time. There's lots of food, lots of dancing, lots of drinking, but most importantly, there's an event at the end of the festival. All of the unmarried children in each political family go on this race almost to catch a stag. I think there's something hanging around the stag's neck, and they have to grab it, and whoever grabs it basically wins the competition. And it's kind of like a Groundhog's Day thing in America. If they catch it within a certain amount of time, then they'll have good cropping season in Sparta or something like that. Kind of determines the fate of Sparta for that year. Now, Daphne's brother was supposed to do this race and they couldn't find him, so she stepped in his place because she's the next in line in their family. So she goes into this race. Obviously, she wins. She gets the stag's necklace, but she was interrupted in the middle of the race by Artemis. And Artemis was like, hey girl, Daphne, you're like one of the greatest warriors in Sparta, so I'm giving you this impossible task where you have to find out who is stealing all of the gods' power. Or I think there are these items that she has to find. It kind of reminds me of Percy Jackson a little bit. It's kind of that Greek mythology. Plus, she's on a mission to find these items to kind of save the world. So she was interrupted, and now she's just left for her journey because Artemis was like, I'm gonna kill your brother if you don't do this for me. It's good so far. I'm liking it. I'm a little nervous because I don't think I'm nervous I won't finish it in time. Like today, I know I'm gonna read a lot tonight, but I can't read during the day, and then tomorrow I plan on reading a lot, but we'll see, okay? Okay, it's a few hours later. Actually, not a few hours later, it's 6 p.m. So it's a while later, okay? Party in the gym went great. We had a great turnout. It was really busy. It was hot. We had a lot of fun samples and goodie bags. Maybe I got some footage. I can't really remember, so probably saw that in the previous clip. But I'm gonna read a little bit. Come on, Debbie. Good boy. Here, we got the dough boy. Oh, and the Brock boy.
The Brock boy.
I'm not sure how far I'm gonna get, but maybe halfway. Because Brock likes watching UFC fights on Saturday nights, and I'm not gonna lie, it gives me a lot of alone time. So that's great, like, time to separate because we work together and we're together a lot. So it's a nice little break from each other. So I can read, he can watch his fights, and we're both happy. All right, let's get to reading. It's almost an hour later. I've been reading for a little bit, but I wanted to peep in and just say one thing. I have not read many Greek mythology books. I've only read like 2 ever, maybe 3. So this is a spoiler. Skip ahead maybe a few times. Daphne, her love interest, I'm guessing, is Apollo because she's traveling with Apollo on this mission. He's kind of her guide to kind of make up for a wrongdoing that he did to Zeus. So Zeus kind of punished Apollo and was like, you're gonna go on this mission with a mortal and save Olympus. Now Apollo and Daphne are on this mission together, and I don't want them to be together. For some reason in my head, the fact that, like, there's a god who has already proven, he's already done a few things, godlike things, like he turned a human into an animal right in front of her. He, is described as very beautiful. He's very cocky. I just don't like the idea of a mortal and a god being a love interest. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's in my head, not realistic. But neither are like fae, and I love reading about fae. But for some reason, a god, to me, they're a little, they sit on their high horse, they're a little in there. They're described as being very into themselves. I mean, I'll learn more about Apollo in this book, I'm pretty sure. For some reason, I don't like the idea of them together, so I just thought I would say that. But who knows? I'm only like 20% of the way through the book, so that might change. I'll be back in with you, maybe again tonight, I'm not sure.
How's your lady?
It's good, you're interrupting, but that's okay. It is almost 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. We slept in a little bit. I am dressed to go to the gym, and I'm gonna eat and work out and read. So that's my plan for today. I do have a test on Tuesday that I probably should study for, but I'll study on Monday. I'm about to work out, like I said. I want to do a quick update. I am only like 100 pages into this book, and I've got like 290 pages left, so I'm not sure if I will finish it today, but at the end of this video I will be sure to put in my final review. So I'll still take you throughout the rest of Sunday, which is today, and then the review I might film that on Tuesday or Wednesday, so I'm not really sure. I will still get this video uploaded on Thursday morning. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I'm not gonna finish it today because I definitely have some other stuff to do. I will try and get as far as I can today. All right, it is about 4 p.m. on Sunday, a little bit later. This morning, I just stayed at the gym, literally just read my book. I also studied a little bit for a test that I have, and that's about it. So I did get some good reading done. Brock is actually on a run right now. so I'm home alone. And I don't really want to be here alone, so I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I need to pick up just a few things, and I'm going to take my book and go around and just find somewhere to take a picture for Instagram. So I figured I could take you guys along on that journey. I have no idea where I'm gonna go, because if you look at this cover, it's a pretty cover. Where would this look good? I feel like in front of a red background would look really good. There aren't really good murals around here like there are in the city, so we're gonna try our best. If I see something while I'm driving, I'm just gonna pull over and take a picture. Oh, there's my boy on his run. I don't know who runs in this heat, but he does. My hair looks crazy. Okay, well, I just took a picture in front of a really pretty mural, and I'm gonna come back and use it for other books too, because there are so many other colors involved in this mural. I'll show it in just one second, but I'll put the Instagram picture that I posted. So it turned out really pretty. A nice little yellowish red orange background for the cover. Really pretty. And I found this mural like 2 minutes away from my house. So let me just turn the camera around and I'll show you. I ended up taking it right about here, or maybe a little bit higher, I can't remember. Okay, so I can use all of these colors for different books that one day I will. Looks cool, I'll come back. And also there's a pretty one right there. It's been another long day. It is Sunday night and Brock and I are gonna watch a show. We're currently watching The Punisher on Netflix and we love it. So we're gonna watch a TV show. I, again, did not finish Daughter of Sparta. Why did I say it like Daughter of Sparta? When I do finish it, I will put a little recap at the end of this video. But I'm happy that you guys got a little glimpse into my weekend. I know today was kind of all over the place and so was yesterday. Not really sure how this video is gonna edit, but I will see you in the next clip. All right, for the outro of this video, I'm gonna be in my car. It's a few days later and here's my final review on Daughter of Sparta, okay? So let's start from the beginning. About 30% of the way through this book, it was kind of a decline. If the first 30% of the book was a book by itself, just the first 30% of the book, I give it like 4 out of 5 stars. And then it started going downhill and I didn't enjoy it. I have some notes here, okay? I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, which isn't the best. You know, I was expecting a lot more from this, but if this book taught me anything, it's that I don't like Greek mythology. Greek mythology is really cool. Like, look, from an outsider looking in, I think Greek mythology is super, super cool. I don't like the retellings. I've read a few retellings. I read Neon Gods, which I kind of liked, but I kind of liked that because it was steamy. This reminded me a little bit too much of Percy Jackson. Maybe I'm remembering Percy Jackson because I loved it when I read it in middle school. Reading this reminded me of Percy Jackson in like a not so good way. Like, I didn't like this way. So, first, I just want to say I would have liked it to be a little bit slower paced, because the first 2 chapters, it's giving you so much background information. It was just an info dump, and then after that, it just sped through. So you barely got to know the characters. So Apollo and Daphne, the love interests, I felt no connection to them, like zip. I didn't have a care in the world for Daphne and Apollo. Their relationship, them separate, I just really didn't care for their relationship or them in general. And I think it's because I didn't get to know them. So overall, I think there's a really fine line between too fast and too slow. I think there's a perfect medium to where an author can kind of give you that background info while still dragging through and taking you through the world building and the magic system and like everything involved. This doesn't have a lot of magic, but you know, Greek mythology, there's some sprinkled in because of the god. And I don't know why. One of my biggest dislikes of this whole book was Apollo. In my head, I could not get out of my head that he was a god. He has so much power. There's so much information on him. He's known as a douchebag, kind of like a fuckboy. Like, no one respects him because he hoes around. And then you're supposed to believe that he's in love with Daphne eventually. I didn't like that dynamic, that he was a god, but he was falling in love with someone. But a god with that much power and that much knowledge and history, and he's like thousands and thousands of years old, why would he just fall in love with a random 17-year-old? It's not realistic to me. I've said this in previous videos. I'm not a fan of the journey. When I mean the journey, it's when there's a big issue, it's fixed immediately. They travel along, you know, they're in the woods, they camp out. There's another big issue, it's fixed immediately. Then they travel some more. They go across the sea. There's so many little stops and points along their journey that I didn't like. And I said this about A Reaper at the Gates, the Ember and Ash's third book. It was just so much traveling. I'm not a fan of it. That was my last con about the whole book. Overall, I thought the storyline and the Greek aspects to it really, really beautiful. I don't know a lot about Greek mythology, if I'm being completely honest, but the retellings and the stories that I do know were really, really neat in here. So there were aspects of the book that kept me reading. That's it for this video. I know that I didn't finish the book in 48 hours, but I did read during those 48 hours. So I'm very happy if you stuck around this long, or if you just skipped to the timestamp to watch this last review. If you've read this book, let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm very interested. Follow me on Instagram at MaddieDixFit, which is my personal Instagram, or my Bookstagram, which is out of 5 stars, and I will see you next week. Oh no. And then he gets the zoomies.